Naomi, answer.
Hello? Hmm? Mele kwam. Okay, okay. I should give her a room, that back in on 80 lomo, a banner room. Yana Fred, na Henry and Barn, the fire, get quite there, church. Huh? Okay. Because I should get by my church, you. Get by my church, you. Yana got a lot of. Am I that? My body spaghetti doesn't look bad.
You
Yeah,
are the
okay.
one that says not good. The golden penny is better.
Doesn't look bad. Maybe because of the cookie. The person cookie to well.
Oh.
No. Say we want it now.
No.
Say she bring it now. Not that think she's not coming to church. That's why I say she bring it now.
She's the guy does not want to wear mask and enter inside church.
Huh?
She's not coming. So that our teenagers leader will not be asking her why she's not coming.
So she should wear.
Let me ask her, but she told me that she bring it now. Let me ask her whether I will give it to you. Yeah, fine.
She should just wear like normal clothes, no?
You have to tie the tie too.
Yeah, something like that.
Something to- If she insists.
Because she's not answering again. Ichoshi so pada ma abia ma choro shi nke chi pada ya na. Ichoshi so pada ya ma abia ma na church or nke chi pada immediately. Asha ga ashin pada. Oh, Nkechi. Padre we say there for that. Whoever they do, not to bring that.
Is it for them? I'm not the user.
All right. So, Nkechi, there's no way you are going to go like that. Look for something and cover your head. How about? without net or something like that, just use it to cover your head. There's no way you go like that. All right, so today I want to talk about savings. So if we discuss the topic savings, there's a big difference between when you are a high income earner and when you are a low income earner. So the thing is, as a high income earner, it's it's much easier for you to save, right? Because when you earn a higher money, and by the time you deduct some of those things like feeding, transportation, rent, and stuffs like that, so you still have lots of disposable income, and from that disposable income, you can take away some part of your savings from it. So that is why I say, as a high income earner, it's very much easier for you to save money than if you're a low income earner. So the question is, as a low income earner, how do you save? First of all, as a as a low income earner, how do you save money? So first of all, you have to understand the role of saving, because if you don't know, or if you can't understand how important saving money is, you might just totally get the concept wrong. And being a low income earner, it might reach to a point that doesn't matter to you. But if you know how important saving is, what is saving, why is it good to save, and all that, so you will know why it's really, really good to save money. First and foremost,
Is it the end?
Mm.
I hope you will not disappoint us.
All right, it's not answer. How many times I've called you, it's not answer.
If once you disappoint us, it will be better so you can be avoiding us. This one that was makes sense will be avoiding calls.
all right. So, first and foremost, like I said,
Does it seem to not play any role?
why is savings important, or why is it important to save money? So, it's very, very important to save money because of rainy days. So, the weather is not always bright and shiny. There are always some days where it will storm, some days it will rain, some days it will snow, and some days it will be really extreme. So, all those days where the weather is extreme, like, I'm not talking about like general weather in these instances, I'm just talking about those days that things becomes really, really difficult. So at that particular point in time, at those days, what would help you is your savings. That's why savings is important. So no matter how much you earn, whether you are a high income earner, a low income earner, it doesn't really matter. What really matters is that you should look for ways to save money. And if you are in a situation where your finances, yeah, all right, I just got a message from. All right, so if you are in a situation where your finances are very, very low, all you just need to do is to look for ways to increase your finance. Look for different ways. So you may learn new skills, look for ways to get a much more high paying job. But the thing is that you should save. Now, the mistake most people make is to spend before saving. That is one of the mistakes people make, and I won't advise anybody to make such mistake. So savings should be a fixed percentage on your income. So if the government is to tax a particular percentage on your income, then what about savings? What about, like, savings is the money you are keeping for yourself. At the end of the day, you are going to use it to do much. So I'm going to list like the things you can achieve using your savings. For example, investment and the rest of that. All right, so I just got somebody asking me a question. Why is it hard for me to save? Why is it hard for me to save? So the thing is that you haven't
Eh?
made it a habit.
Ah, from one woman.
You haven't made it a habit to save. If at all you made it a habit to save, trust me, savings will be very, very easy and convenient for you.
But then
All right.
I decide.
So, like I was saying,
Ah, from every
if you want,
Get on or get on one. Get on the shower. I'll get on.
no, you should be making this. All right. If you want savings to be really easy for you, so like I was saying, set a fixed amount, right? Okay. For example, when it comes to taxation now, you always have that particular percentage you use for taxing. So the first thing to do to make saving easier for you is, first of all, you have to have, just put it in the habit. Okay, I want to save, right? So, and a goal is important. One day there will become a rainy day, a day that you would need to go back to that you're saving in order to help you. Number two, you might be saving that, okay, for example, there's an investment. I want to buy stocks, I want to buy bonds. Or you might be saving that, okay, at the end of the day, I want to use it for a particular thing. So that is why you're saving. So have this goal in mind, that I'm saving for a particular thing. Then number two, you make it a habit to save. And number three, you create a fixed percentage of your income that you save. That is why I'm bringing taxation into this issue. All right, so for example, now when it comes to the government have set a particular amount that you're going to set aside for your tax. So for example, it can be 15% of your income for tax and 12% depending on your income bracket. Now, why can't you really make that in your saving also? Why can't you say, okay, every income that I'm earning, I'm going to set aside 10% for saving? Yes, so it will happen that before you plan, before you like bring out things that maybe you use for party and the rest of them, you would first of all set aside something little. It can be 5%, it can be 10%, it can be 15%. It doesn't have to be outrageous. So the goal is that you should just have a plan for saving, and you will see saving will become really, really easy for you to do. All right. So, and with time it will become easier for you to save. All right, so the thing is, some people usually ask, after savings,
Every
what's next?
Thursday, you back in later and you say you are crossing.
After you have saved, What's
It's only
next?
last Sunday and this Sunday.
I can't relate it.
Which one? What do you mean? So once you have saved up to a particular amount, what is the next step? What is the next thing you are going to do? So first and foremost, you revisit your goal. You revisit your goal for saving. If you have a particular goal while you first started saving, you revisit it. Now, if you don't have a goal while you started saving, it's now time for you to think long term.
This hearing is fun.
Thank you.
Yeah. Don't tell you nonsense. I don't know you are like that. After I know I'm not going to church, I could have buy this.
Yeah, I don't even think I'll even take the closing time.
All right, so welcome back. Now, like I was saying, after savings, what's next? After I finish saving money, what is the next thing to do? So the next thing to do is to invest. Yes. So how how economics grow
Of course, you don't
and
sound like getting a married.
how nations are built is through earning, saving, and investment. So after you've earned, you
No, no,
save,
no,
and
no.
after you save, you invest. How do you invest, or what do you invest on? It's there for you to decide. But As a starter and building experience, you need to invest on things with a very, very, very low risk. All right, you invest on things with little risks. So, for example, you can buy stocks, you can buy government bonds, and the rest of them. So, and the like I believe in these three things. Number one, bonds. Number two, stocks. And number three, real estate. So these are low yields investments. They are low yields investments, but still yet they are very safe. So for example, if you are buying stocks, which stocks to buy? So we have so many index funds that just help you spread your particular stocks that you want to buy. So we have the S&P 500 and the rest of them. So all these stocks they just make it easier for you to to spread your money. So therefore, and there are nice stocks for you to buy. So bonds, if you are buying bonds, the most safest option is to buy government bonds. Yeah, and it has been proven time and time again that the US have the US bonds, they are the most safest form of investment. Yes. So if you want to buy stock as a newbie, instead of chasing individual stocks that you find it difficult to understand, because not that you don't chase it, but at this point in time, it's difficult to understand at the moment. It's difficult for you to understand at the moment. All right. So in the index fund is your best option. So while you're investing on index fund, you are also learning at the same time. You are investing on index fund, you are also learning. So with time and with much knowledge, you can now start trading on index fund. My advice for you is that once you are in the stock market, don't be a trader, be an investor. All right. Trading is good, it's very pretty, but it's also risky. Buying of stocks is less risky, but when you start trading stocks, it's risky because you're now chasing after trends and you might lose your hard-earned income. But as an investor in the stock market, it's very easy for you. So all you just need to do, buy an index fund and wait for the next 10, 20 years, the rest of them. All right, so for the government bond, very easy. Just buy a US government bond and you are okay. All right, so the last but not the least is real estate. And also invest in real estate. So you can start from Airbnb, you can start from parking space, just you go online, you check for details, you study, and you know which one suits you best. So these are safest ways you can invest money. All right, so don't forget earning, savings, and investments. Those are the three good ways that one can become financially stable.